What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is the Treehouse coming at you with a Madden Ultimate Team video, and today they did drop the OOP promo part of the Christmas promo, if that sounds right. But so the Masters that they brought out were actually Walter Payton quarterback, which is almost like a tradition because they do this every year. And they also brought out a Sean Taylor right outside backer, so some decent speed there. But I don't know if it's because they've tried to split up the promo, but it feels like we haven't gotten the big, like, wow factor, where they give you something everybody gets extremely excited about. Just really haven't seen it yet. No one really got excited about Dick Buckus because he's slow. Chad Johnson, okay. But I feel like there's something more coming, and I'll show you why in a second. I do believe that there's a Randy Moss coming. But for these boss sets or master sets, whatever you want to call them, they do both require the same thing. It's 385 to 87 OOP players. 1, 2, 3. No, just 581 to 83 OOP players, and then a couple golds on top of that, which is 7 golds. So I mean, the set would seem to be fairly inexpensive to get a quarterback Walter Payton or a quarterback or a right outside backer Sean Taylor. So it doesn't seem like it'd be terribly expensive, but definitely not the cards that we really wanted to see. Now the reason I do believe we are getting a Randy Moss is if I go to newest, as soon as I logged in the game today, they gave away a Randy Moss for the elite giveaway in 85 overall, which actually had 85 or 88 speed. So this leads me to believe that there's something else coming. We still have 2 weeks away to Christmas. I do believe something is coming. Now, if you are signed up for your MUT rewards, they did give away free snow, and I got 400 free snow this morning, so I was pretty pleased about that. But to look in the auction, or not the auction, I want to go to the store. If we go to the store here, you can see that they did put these in to get OOP players. They brought in the packs, which are 18,000 or 300 points. And they do give you an OOP gold and another gold. So they're not terribly expensive, which is good. There's a bundle there for 20 OOP packs and 2 presents. And if you go to the snow section of the store, you can the prices are the same as what they are for just the Zero Chill elites. 10 for a gold, 60 for a low elite, and 230 for a medium elite. There obviously is no high elite for the OOP players. You can still get your presents, which I recommend. But yeah, so you can redeem your snow that way. And what they also did was drop some solo challenges, which are located under the Zero Chill section of the solo challenges, and you go to OOP Snow Day, and you're going to have to play against all the players they came out with for this. So as you can see, there's the Peyton, the Taylor, Jabril Peppers is in here. Yeah, Alejandro Villanueva, that's a pretty cool one. Lamar Jackson at halfback, yeah, etc., etc. So that's your way of figuring out who they all brought out. You're going to go through and play against those solo challenges, and they're going to get 275 snow. So depending on how quick they are, I don't know. I haven't played one yet. Probably a good thing if you do play them. Now, I didn't do a video on the Snow Beast, but just a quick recap. They brought out these 4 players, and basically they're the power-up versions of snow players. So instead of using training to power them up, you have to use snow, which you obviously can get a decent amount of snow from all of these. So I would recommend playing all the solo challenges, which I hope to do today. I might work towards that Howie Long. Not really sure. I'm kind of intrigued by Herman Moore, but the stats aren't all that great. So, but for anything, you might as well just get the free snow. I didn't look if there are new objectives, and there is not, which I was kind of hoping they would have a new objective, but oh well. So make sure you're grinding out these objectives too. Give you a lot of free snow and a captain upgrade token. I'm just going to go in here and look at all the OOP players that did bring out today. The only one that really caught my eye that got kind of excited was the Lamar Jackson at halfback, which I'll show you here. In case you're wanting OOP, does for out of position. So we'll just go through him here. There's Jabril Peppers. He's an outside linebacker, which for a budget team, some of these cards are really worth it because, as you can see, like here's a lineman at tight end. He's got really good run blocks. So maybe fill up that third tight end slot for you. Or Jabril Peppers, you can put him at linebacker and have a really fast user. You know what I mean? Kind of ways to get out of that. Ryan Tannehill, I really don't see a use for him. Logan Thomas at quarterback. I mean, he's kind of fast, but not really a use there. Keep going down. Here's Josh Jones at middle linebacker. Has got 90 speed, so that, and he's got a 90 hit power. So this might be one worth picking up, especially for this cheap, especially on a budget team. My gosh. And here's a Nathan Gary. Nothing extremely special there. Not really sure what the purpose of some of these are, but there are some that you can definitely use in a productive manner, especially like the Peppers and the couple we just seen up there, the Josh Jones. Really just trying to find some higher elites. Here we'll do this. We'll sort. So those were most of the golds, if not all of them. Yeah, I don't think we missed any here. Prices seem pretty cheap. Maybe try to snipe some of those. Going into the 81s, there's a Dion Buchanan at strong safety. He originally was a safety, and they had an out of position card for him at middle linebacker because he moved to linebacker for the Cardinals, and now he's registered as a linebacker. So here's a card of him at safety. Not really a use for him. As we keep going down, Odell Beckham at quarterback, and he's got really good speed, so that might be a guy you want to run around with, a Lamar Jackson type, but you could just get the Night Guardian Lamar Jackson if you want to do that. The nice thing, he can catch. I don't really know if there's a play or a trick play or something where you can throw it to your quarterback, so maybe look for that. I do know that there is a halfback pass, so that's the reason I want Lamar Jackson. But here's an Alejandro Villanueva. He's going to have good run block and some decent catching. Byron Jones, he's a cornerback here. He is at free safety. Not really a use for him. Shaq Thompson, he's a linebacker, and he's at cornerback here, so it might be worth it, like if you're going to blitz, maybe. I don't know if he has like decent power move and finesse. We'll go down and look here. I mean, the block shading's there, so maybe like a run support kind of guy at your fifth corner. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways that we can utilize these guys that EA gave us. And I think that's all of the... oh, here's Lamar Jackson. There we go. So 93 speed at halfback, which is one of the faster running backs in the game. And he's going to have some decent throwing stats, I do believe. So we'll go down 83 throw power. And we'll go down to the quarterback stats down here. He has a good agility on this, so... his spin move was okay. I seen another YouTuber doing a review on him. He does have some throw stats, so you can run a halfback pass with Lamar Jackson. That could be something that can separate you from the competition. Just saying. Here's a Cordell Patterson. Obviously, he played some time for the Patriots. He's going to have really good agility and really good elusiveness, and I imagine his catching is really good. 71. Which is decent for a running back. Julius Peppers here, outside linebacker. He's really slow. This would almost be utilized. You would call him a rusher, but really speed matters in rushing. So I don't know if you can really utilize him. And that's all the players in the 84 to 85. And we'll go ahead and look at the 86 to 87s. We got this George Font. He's a tackle at tight end, so there you go. A little bit better of a blocker for you there. Melvin Ingram, he's a defensive end at middle linebacker. This card would probably be decent on blitzing. He does have 88 hit power there. And let me see, Anthony Bart, strong safety. Too bad they didn't use the power-ups on these. That would be really neat if you could power up Anthony Bart, strong safety. Like, have a choice, but they didn't do that. He's got 86 speed. Not really sure why. Maybe if you run nickel and it drops the safety down to the box, you could use him. So you still have a linebacker that's fast. I'm not really sure if you would really need to do that, though. Here's a Taysom Hill. He's the backup quarterback in New Orleans, and he also returns kicks for him, and he's got 88 speed. So maybe like he actually got some pretty decent stats. So that Taysom Hill might be worth looking at. And I believe that's all of those players. And lastly, we're going to go up here, and I'm just going to double check. I didn't think there was any there, but we're going to look at the bosses, the Walter Payton and the Sean Taylor. Let's go ahead and look. Sean Taylor is the cheapest. He is right outside backer, and he's got 90 speed, so a pretty good user there. Let's go look at his zone coverage real quick. I imagine it'll be very good. And we're going to go look at the Walter Payton after this. So he's got 83 zone, which is pretty good. And then we look at Walter Payton, 90 speed at quarterback, and he's got okay. He does got 96 throw on a run, but 85 throw actually short. So this Walter Payton would be fun to play with, but for 200K, I don't really know if that's worth it. Maybe Deshaun Taylor would be worth it as a backup, so you can sub in. But yeah, guys, so really nothing super impressive, but interesting enough to say the least. Maybe a couple of those cards you can fit in your lineup. But I do believe we are getting something bigger and better because we did get the Randy Moss. So I'd be keep compiling the presents, compiling the snow, and might not be a bad idea to go buy the Randy Moss legend right now. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I might put a gameplay out here sometime this week. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.